Hey, aspiring author, do you feel like you don't have time to write your book? Like your schedule is already full, life is busy, life is lifing, and writing keeps getting pushed to the side? But what if the issue isn't really time? What if it's your energy? And I don't mean that in a weird kind of way, but I mean your level of energy. What if you actually have the time, but by the time you sit down to write, you're mentally drained, emotionally overwhelmed, and physically tired? I know that's a reality. In today's episode, I'm going to give you 3 ways to create the energy you need that will help you not only make time for your book, but actually have the energy to write it. Let's get it. Ready to write your first book and make an impact? Do you wish you could organize your book ideas without feeling overwhelmed and actually find the time to write and finish your book? Hey, I'm Donna Cherie, a book writing coach and author. Welcome to Book Writing Made Simple. Inside this podcast, I'll teach you how to get a clear vision for your book idea, get organized, keep it simple, and develop a writing plan so you can finally get your book out into the world. Grab a notebook and pen with your favorite cup of tea. Hey, welcome to Book Writing Made Simple. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Donna Cherie, and I help Christian women write and finish their first book so they can make a kingdom impact with Holy Spirit-led strategies. I help you organize your thoughts, turn it in from an idea into an actual book so that you can make a kingdom impact. If you haven't already subscribed to the show, make sure that you do so that you never miss an episode. Let me ask you something. Have you ever said to yourself, I just don't have time to write? But then you find yourself going to work, even when you don't feel like it. You show up to church, even when you're tired. You handle your responsibilities, even when your energy is low. And this is not to make you feel bad, but just to bring awareness. We do a lot of things that we don't necessarily want to do, but that we have to do, or because it's important to us, or because we have to do it. We have to make it happen. When something is a priority, we find a way to show up for it. So the question becomes, why is it so hard to show up for your book? And for many of you, it's not because you don't care. It's not because you don't want to do it. It's because by the time you get to your writing time, you're drained. I've talked to so many aspiring authors who genuinely want to write a book. They're excited about it. They think about it often. They even have ideas and notes written down. They may even have pages and chapters of their book. But when it's time to actually sit down and write, they feel tired. They feel scattered. They feel mentally checked out, like they just can't do another thing or sit in front of the computer. And sometimes it's deeper than that. Sometimes writing requires you to slow down, to reflect, to revisit certain moments or thoughts. And that can often feel heavy depending on what you're writing. So instead of leaning in, it's easier to say, I'll do it later. I'll start next week. I just need more time. But in reality, you don't just need more time. You need the right energy to be able to get your manuscript completed. So today I want to offer you 3 simple wellness shifts that will help you to create the energy you need to finally write your book. I was just really thinking about this today because I find that oftentimes when I ask people, what is the one thing that you're struggling with? Time always comes up, making time, prioritizing time. I just don't have the time. Life is so busy. But is it ever going to slow down? Is life not ever going to be busy, depending on how your lifestyle is set up, what you're a part of, your responsibilities, and all of those things? So, today I wanted to come from a perspective of wellness. And instead of, talking about creating a writing schedule or putting something on your calendar, those practical things that are also good as well when it comes to prioritizing our time, but just really looking at our level of energy and how we produce on a day to day basis. So, let me just jump into it. The first wellness shift to help you create the energy you need to finally write your book is number one, protect your mental and emotional energy. It used to be a thing. I don't know if it is anymore because I don't keep up with like a whole bunch of different social media trends and memes, but it used to be something called like, I'm gonna protect my peace. I have to protect my peace at all costs. And this made me think about that because it is true. We need to protect our peace. We need to protect our mental and emotional energy. And as a writer, as an aspiring author, you have to do that as well. So before you write, check in with yourself. Think about what's on your mind. What are you carrying emotionally? Because you cannot write clearly from a cluttered mind. And you have to release that buildup and all those thoughts and ideas that you have in your mind before you can write clearly. Sometimes, again, it's not that you don't have time, it's that writing requires emotional presence, and that can feel heavy as well. So instead of forcing yourself to jump straight into your writing when you sit down to write, try this. Do a quick brain dump. Journal what's on your heart. Pray and release what's weighing on you. Give yourself space to clear your mind first and then write. So protect your peace, protect your mental and emotional energy. And if when you sit down to write, you're feeling drained or you're feeling as if, I can't do this right now, I don't want to do this right now, ask yourself, why is that? What am I carrying emotionally? What's going on with me? And then take some time to journal, do a brain dump, pray and release what's weighing on you. Okay, the second tip is to build your energy before you write. So, what do I mean by that? Don't just schedule writing time, so having a time that is on your calendar, but prepare your energy for it. Because if you sit down exhausted, distracted, and drained, writing is going to feel like a chore and not be filled with joy. It's going to be like a pain, like a thorn in your side. And I really don't want that for you. So you can try creating a simple pre-writing routine. And this is nothing that you have to write down, but just some exercises and some activities that you can do before you start writing to help regenerate your energy, to boost you up so that you can be prepared to write, to be able to give your writing some time and to show up for it. So you can take a short walk, whether that's in the house or outside of the house. You can walk in place. You can do some jumping jacks. You could take a brisk walk outside for 10 to 15 minutes to help, jumpstart and clear out your mind and all of that before you write. You can stretch your body. Step away from your phone, put your phone on do not disturb. That is a big distraction piece for us. So maybe putting your phone in the other room or putting it on do not disturb for an hour or 30 minutes or what have you, so that you're not constantly checking it or scrolling or checking your emails. Step away from the phone. It is going to be okay. I promise. Another activity that you can do is to sit in silence for a few minutes. So just be quiet, just still your mind, just be present, be still, and see what comes up, see what happens. Take some deep breaths even while you sit in silence for a few minutes. And that helps you to get grounded in where you are or what your next step is going to be and prepare you to write. Another activity, well, this is not necessarily activity, but another thing that you could do, which I believe truly works and that is often helpful to me is to eat some hydrating fruit. That's a natural energizer and it will help your cells, it will help your mind, it will help your body. And that is something that you could do before you sit down to write is eat a piece of fruit, instead of going and getting soda or a piece of bread or having a heavy meal or what have you right before you write, maybe eat some hydrating fruit and that would really help you get your energy up before you write. Even 5 to 10 minutes of resetting your mind and body can make a huge difference. You want to come into your writing space and your writing time present and not depleted. So try some of these activities that I just mentioned and let me know how it goes and how that helps you as you go into your writing time. The third tip that I want to leave with you today is to create rhythms that support your writing. So, we've talked about writing rhythms on the show before, and I want to mention this again because it is helpful to have a writing rhythm in your life, in your routine that helps you to show up and prioritize your writing. And it helps regenerate that energy to keep writing. Your life has a rhythm to it already. You wake up, you thank God, you get ready, you go to work, you handle responsibilities, you go to church, you go to Bible study, small group, or community group. You show up for what matters. And your book needs to be a part of that rhythm. Your book needs to be a part of that rhythm, the rhythm that you already have in your day-to-day life. Not something you fit in when you feel like it, but something you intentionally make space for. Start simple. So, in your writing rhythm, whether that's 15 minutes every day, or if it's just one day a week that you're going to spend to block out time to focus on your manuscript, do it. Do it. Block out that time frame and then protect it at all costs. Protect that time. Like I mentioned earlier, protect your peace, protect your energy. So protect the time at all costs. When something matters to you, you don't just squeeze it in. You make room for it. You adjust your schedule. You may say that you can't do something this week, or you might ask for a rescheduling of something else that you had on your schedule. But you have to include your writing as a rhythm of your routine, and it has to be a part of your life of this season if you truly want to finish your manuscript. So, to recap the 3 ways that you can build your energy and create the energy you need to finally write your book. Number 1 is to protect your mental and emotional energy. 2, build your energy before you write, before you sit down to write. And number 3 is to create rhythms that support your writing. I'm telling you, if you do any of these steps, it's really going to help propel you forward to get your book going and to stay on the path to actually finish your book. This will help to alleviate stress or keep you feeling overwhelmed or even unorganized. It takes your energy to be able to write a book. So I just encourage you to put these tips that I have suggested into practice. And again, let me know how it works out for you because I know this can benefit you. If you've been feeling like you don't have time to write your book, I want you to shift your perspective today. You don't just need more time, you need better energy, clearer focus, and of course, a simple plan. And if you're tired of feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and unsure of how to move forward with your book, I want to help you. Let me help you. I'm going to help you organize your thoughts so you can write and finish your first book and make a kingdom impact. You can go right now to donnacherie.com/coaching. That's donnacherie.com/coaching and get started with me so we can get your book out of your head and into your hands. Your book doesn't just need your time. It needs the best of your energy. Until next time, ciao. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's episode inspired you to take that next step to write your book. Remember, small steps lead to big results. If this podcast has blessed you in some way, be sure to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. Your support means the world to me, and it helps others to find the show. Also, be sure to pass on the inspiration by sharing this episode with a friend who could benefit from this message. God bless you, sis, and never, ever give up.